Hey, it's Zen Jen. I know I'm late with this video. I've had a pretty hectic week. But I didn't want to leave you guys out of the loop because we always have good things to share and real things to share. And this week has been one of the worst. I hate to use the word worst, but one of the most scary weeks we've ever had as a family. I'm going to try not to cry, but you know me, I always cry easily. But it's going to be short. Justin's sleeping right now. It's the middle of the day. We don't, like I said, we hardly ever have nap time. But we are awaiting a stay in a hospital to help determine Justin's amping. He's been all over the place the last few weeks, much more intense, and then we topped it off Tuesday with a real frightening event in the car. I'm not sure if I'm going to elaborate, but he was aggressive and violent, and it was really out of the blue. He didn't seem agitated at all. The only clue we have is that it might be sugar related. But that's what I think, but I never can tell. So watch your sugar intake, everyone, and watch your kids when they're on the sugar. It can cause temporary psychosis, whatever that is, right? It's basically a loss of, as my friend Dan described it, a loss of inhibition. So some things we would normally not do, or we wouldn't follow impulses, whereas, kids with autism have a lot of impulses, especially Justin. He's OCD, impulsive as they get. Last week, I've had a nearly 24-hour care. Thank you, Jake, our new friend of the family. He has been available, and it has made a huge difference. And yesterday we had a lot of fun. It's fun to have another. He's kind of a adrenaline junkie like us. So we were downstairs in the basement, and it's tiled, and he was skateboarding, and Justin was loving it, and Brianna's riding. We have exercise equipment down there. Brianna's riding exercise and doing her DS, and we were all like, yeah, and all of a sudden, like after a few hours of hanging out and getting ourselves excited about everything and enjoying each other once again, because we've spent a week of time in a lot of fear, except both Brianna and I are a little fearful. Because the episode with Justin was quite scary. I think it was scary for him too. We've gotten a lot. We have the most awesome doctors. Dr. Jean Fraser at UMass Medical and Lauren Charlot at UMass Medical as well have recommended Bradley Hospital in Rhode Island, and it'd be worth looking into. They have a really great philosophy. They don't believe that there's a cure for autism or that there's a drug that treats it. And that's what I feel too. I want the least amount of interference in my son's personality, because I think he's pretty awesome. So I don't want him just to veg out the rest of his life, but at the same time I want him to enjoy life. And he's so tanked up a lot of the time that interferes with his life and ours. So, quick minute. Watch your sugar intake. Be full of life and hope, even when things don't seem. I told you I wasn't going to cry, and look, I did. Even when things don't seem like you can find happiness in them, something good will always come. So, thumbs up. I'm gonna check out, but we'll talk to you next week, and until then, don't let life catch up with you. Keep living huge and be big and go go for it. Do the very most you can with every moment. Okay? Me too. I'm gonna do the same. But anyway, oh, one more thing. We were skateboarding in the basement. And going for it, not caring if anything broken. Justin broke out and started ripping everything to shreds. Anything that was paper, he ripped. He probably sat there for 45 minutes just ripping stuff. Just like he was so excited. Luckily, it was only recycling that I had down in the basement and a box to a Connect 4 game. We've hidden everything else in the house. He's been on edge. So, that's your groovy minute for the week. Thanks for waiting for me. And hopefully I'll be on time next week, but I never know. We just live life as it comes. And thanks, Jake. And thanks, Lauren and Dr. Fraser and the people at Bradley. And Deborah, my friend Deborah, who came running when this episode happened, and everyone who talked to me on the phone, McGuire, Jema. Thanks for your love and for your support. And for those of you who are hearing this, and Gail, thank you. Those of you hearing this for the first time, kind of wondering what's been going on, thanks for loving our family from wherever you are. And send good thoughts so that Justin gets the help he needs to have a full life.